How's it going, YouTube? Spartan XV here, bringing you all a quick review on a knife I purchased not too long ago. This is the CH3001B. Now, I don't know too much about the manufacturer. In fact, nobody really knows too much about this manufacturer. It is a Chinese brand. They only produce in China, and they produce a few select models, and they're only available to be shipped in from China. Now, their designs, most of them are pretty unique, and they are original designs, but they're Chinese made, and you can only get them with, the wait time that comes with importing it and stuff like that. Right off the bat, I want to say the quality of this knife is extremely good. Very, very good detent, very good lock of the blade. It's the overall quality and the fit and finish is really nice, and that stands out big time for me. Real quick, let's go into a few just like a few tech specs. I think it's a 3.5-inch blade. It is a D2 steel on the blade, titanium scales, titanium anodized scales. This little lanyard didn't come with it, I made it myself. Frame lock design. It does have a steel lock bar, so you got steel on steel on the inside of there. Two little barrel spacers in the back, and a titanium pocket clip, if I'm not mistaken, which is also anodized. Slightly different color, but it's fairly close. Now, I have used this knife for a little while at work, opening boxes, cutting cardboard, just general use like that, cutting zip ties, and it's worked really, really well. Really well. Out of the box, it came extremely sharp, like hair shaving sharp, so razor sharp. It was extremely sharp out of the box, which is a huge plus on my end, because that means I don't have to spend a few hours sharpening it. I just got to maintain it, strop it, things like that. Like I was saying, build quality is really, really good. The washers on the inside are ball bearing washers, and it's pretty evident by how this deploys. In fact, one of my buddies at work, he's a big knife collector, and he has like $1,000 custom stuff like that. And when he held this, he didn't know the brand. In fact, not a lot of people know this brand. And he was like, "How much did you pay for this? Like $200, $300?" And when I told him the actual price, he was just he was just flabbergasted. He was like, "Oh my God, are you serious?" He couldn't believe that this right here is a $40 knife. And neither can I. I really cannot believe that this is a $40 knife. This is not the cheapest knife in my collection, but it is the nicest knife in my collection. Flipper does not look the greatest, but it is extremely functional. And if you push it out, flies out of the blade, just kind of flies out. It's really, really nice. Really nice deployment. Didn't have to adjust it at all. My friend had mentioned if I tighten the detent, it might make it a little snappier, but I don't see any purpose in doing that since it already deploys really, really nicely. Right now I got the blade a little gunked up. It didn't come like that. This is just from use, cutting tape, things like that. So overall, I highly recommend this knife. I picked it up from DHgate, and you can still pick it up from there. I roughly paid about $42, $41. It was right around there. And it is a phenomenal deal for that amount of money. If you have less than $50 to spend on a knife, and you want a decent looking flipper like this, actually it looks really nice. If you want just a decent flipper, or a really nice flipper for not too much money, this is where you go, as long as you're fine with it coming from China and waiting that 3 weeks. Like I said, these aren't copies of other knives. I hate I really hate copies where they literally mark something as ZT and it's not a ZT. It's, you know, Chinese made clone. This is a unique knife as far as I know. This is their design and they executed it pretty much flawlessly. So I highly recommend it. CH knives, type in CH3001. They also have this in an unanodized version, just the titanium scales, the regular, you know, plain silver. So if you know how to do your own anodization, that's another option. You can make it any color you want. But me personally, I don't know how to do my own anodization, so I went ahead and opted for the blue one. Plus, I don't know if you can see this. The way it shines inside the light, there's almost a hint of purple. I'm not too sure how good this is coming up. In dark light, it looks almost purple. In bright light, it's blue. And I just love the way it looks inside the light and how it almost changes color with how much light is coming in contact with the scales. It's pretty awesome. So CH3001, guys, highly recommended knife. If you have 40 bucks, pick one up. I guarantee you're not going to be disappointed in this knife. Until next time, guys, I'll catch y'all later.